Disrespectful. IRL streamer in denial he destroyed his life. Johnny Somali, I guess, is denying that he's destroying his life. I don't get it. I really don't understand. Another video from Atozi. Last week I watched a video about Johnny Somali, also from Atozi. And dude just does not get it. He thinks he's invincible. He thinks Daddy Trump is gonna come save him. He's got more important issues on his hand than messing with a moron streamer who's throwing around dead rotten fish in Korea. So I think this guy is 100% cooked, and this story is insane.
This disrespectful IRL streamer is in complete denial that he ruined his own life. I mean, it's so bad that he doesn't even understand the world of trouble he's actually in. Things have just got so bad for this guy that he is now promising to go back to harassing people in public while his trial is ongoing because he no longer cares, I guess.
If y'all want chaos, let me be your conduit. Let me be your bastion of the evil. If you want to see anarchy, if you're an anarchist and you want somebody that is going to crash out with no remorse, with no sense of self-worth, with no sense of self-preservation, I will be your man.
Whoa. What is this dude on? I myself am an anarchist. I'm a Christian anarchist, so I don't like to see things like this happen. I think people should have order, but they should have self-controlled order, not forceful order. That is not anarchy. That is chaos. This guy is like a conduit of chaos, not anarchy. Anarchy is a relationship to keep things in order.
As if you think he couldn't do anything dumber doing this during his ongoing criminal trial. He surprises us yet again. So obviously, we're talking about the IRL streamer Johnny Somali, who's recently been held in Korea for months after streaming himself commit multiple felonies in Korea for donations and attention. This has obviously backfired a bunch against him because he's his own star witness against himself. Currently, he's facing several charges, some of which he's already pleaded guilty to, which I've already covered here on this channel since I flew out to South Korea for his trial.
Yeah, and that was super based and badass. I love that he is doing God's work by going out there and getting content for us to react to.
Going into that trial, I don't know why, but I thought maybe, just maybe he would be respectful and played a little bit smart for, you know, a better shot at a lighter sentence. But I was so incredibly wrong. I mean, the dude showed up over an hour late to his own trial, still drunk, because he decided to live stream drunk just hours before he had to wake up for his early morning trial. But
dude is, I don't even know what else to say about this part. Actually insane. I think dude is insane. Look at his eyes. Look in his eyes. You can see the insanity. You can see it in his mouth, how his mouth takes up the entire portion of his lower jaw. Dude's got a huge mouth and he does not know how to keep it closed.
But as you guys know from watching my previous video, the trial couldn't have gone worse for him. He made an absolute terrible impression on the judge, and he accidentally leaked new charges against himself while he was drunk the night before. And I guess, like, as if things couldn't get more ironic, his case number ends with 666. So I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's a wild coincidence. But either
That is actually crazy. I did not know that. Somebody must have pointed it out to him because he didn't bring that up in the last video. But you know, I think dude's got demons. I think he's got demons on his back and he's feeding them. And he probably knows that they're there and he keeps feeding them anyway. And it's not causing just him to crash out, it's causing his chat to crash out because they want to see this chaos. Because I think that he's got a bunch of demons in his chat too.
by the way, he for some reason thinks the trial went great for him and that he'll only get a slap on the wrist.
You're the one who's gonna look so dumb when I don't get any jail time or anything. Like bro, I'm gonna laugh like a villain. Look, I did go there and recognize all the charges. I said I was guilty. I did say all this because it's just gonna be a fine. What the? I'm just gonna pay and leave, bro. Like you can't go to jail for this.
What? Watch him put you in jail, bro. You're gonna be experiencing that. You're not just gonna be watching it like the rest of us. Like South Korea's watching too. Their government is watching this. Every time you put up a live stream, they're getting all of this information. And you saying that they're not going to put you in jail just makes them want to put you in jail even more.
You can't. Like, you literally cannot.
Yeah, I was there. Things really did not go his way. How does he not realize? Since he pleaded guilty to multiple charges, he will now be convicted as a felon there. And he will now be charged as a repeat offender for his next case, which is a way more serious charge. And also, every clip that we're going to watch in today's video, he will only make things infinitely worse for himself as each clip goes by. Because I keep saying,
Oh no, it gets worse? How can this possibly get even worse? Are you serious? He just won't stop. All he has to do is just shut up.
this guy somehow always finds the dumbest way possible to react to every situation that he's in. It's like he's trying to go for a maximum sentence for all of his charges here. And the prosecutors and judge will see all of these videos here. I mean, now even the Korean media is calling for a harsh punishment for him. So there's a lot of pressure for this guy not to walk. Then of course, he's his own star witness in making everything worse for himself. As he even confirmed in this video, what we observed in the trial was true. He was indeed drunk.
Hank is saying like long live China, stuff like that, but bro, I'm slurring. I'm drunk. Drunk thing.
This guy just consistently removes any plausible deniability from his own trial. But he did a breakdown where he talked about his side of the trial, and this is where we learned how delusional this dude really is.
I'm gonna give you guys the post-trial breakdown. We have all this news right here from Korean and other sources. I want you guys to send me in the Discord right now to react to. I'm gonna give you the whole real, unadulterated, true story because I have footage. I have footage from the court that y'all haven't seen. I got footage from the court that y'all don't know about.
Bro actually thinks that he's in a TV show. He thinks he's a reality TV star and none of this is actually happening. It's all just part of the show. And he's 100% crashing out over it. You know, I actually cannot wait to see how this goes for him. And I hope that he gets enough time that he learns his lesson. I hope nothing happens to him like he gets hurt or anything. That would be crazy. I don't wish harm upon anybody, but like, you get what you deserve.
Claiming that like I came in and I was blindsided by the fact that I had a new charge and was like sitting in the wrong place and was nervous. This was a breeze, and the only reason I'm ready to start going live again because honestly I have no fear. Like that's really, these people are clout chasing off my name so badly. Like look at it. I got these these are from Pakistan saying I arrived late and hungover. Okay, they're not lying about that part. I'll give you that. I was late to the court by like an hour. I was hungover. I'm gonna be honest about that. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It wasn't really that big of a deal.
Okay, everything you did in court signals to the judge that you don't care nor respect them. You're doing nothing to favor any lighter sentence for yourself. But let's hear this full truth here.
You know, I showed up drunk. I showed up happy. Like the charges that they have me put on, the charges that they have me for are such minor, minuscule charges. It's obstruction of like, bro, spilling a cup of noodles, carrying a fish. But they got me for like spilling a cup of noodles. They got me for carrying a stinky fish. They got me for some, bro. Like this is, you can't go to jail for that in any country. But the reason I've been quiet.
He thinks that he can't go to jail for that because you won't in America, because they don't actually lock up creepy, crazy people and criminals. And he's using that to justify, hey, I'm not going to get in any kind of trouble for this. I'm just going to pay a fine and leave. That's not how it's going to go down, bro.
I didn't want to really feed the trolls. I didn't really want to feed like this energy of these just lying and making up all this bullshit about me.
Okay, so why would you risk extending your sentences by acting like a complete moron? It's also everything that he's
for money, for the views, for clout. That's what he says, right?
Done between these charges that also goes into account for when they're choosing how harsh they're going to be during the sentencing. And it doesn't help that everything he's done basically since he was served with this criminal lawsuit has hurt him more than help him. It just seems like he's still operating like he's in the US. Like, no. Most likely, you wouldn't get any serious prison time for any of these antics in the US. But in South Korea, the country that's held him in limbo there for over 4 months against his will, clearly, they operate differently. So why would you ever act like a moron and test your luck when you really don't have to?
Like, I cannot believe how low life you have to be to fly. And this Tozy made at least 21 videos about me. This made how many videos? Johnny Somali, he's over. 99 years, he's done. Like, I don't know how people still keep following for this. This made the same videos about me in Israel, Japan, like, and I'm still fine.
The dude claims he's fine, yet this is him right now. As of now, he's a walking case of survivor bias, and it seems like he'll be stuck in Korea for at least the next year.
Yeah, it is actually insane for somebody to be like, well, I've never been in trouble before, so I'm definitely not going to be in trouble now, even though the thing that I did here is much worse than what I did in the other countries. And he didn't crash out like this with the other countries, I don't think.
What are you talking about? Still fine. I flew out to cover you being an absolute idiot in court. And yeah, we got some views. Meanwhile, you fly across the world to harass people in public for 40 viewers, and those people want to see you get hurt or arrested. I cover laughably stupid stuff on the internet, so I guess congratulations for being laughably stupid enough times for me to make so many videos on you. But sure, dude, go continue to harass people in Korea and see how that plays out for you in the multiple cases that are coming your way. Because that's exactly what he's planning, even though he has these ongoing trials.
Yeah, imagine giving shit to a Tozy or on a Tozy, whatever, however the phrase is, because a Tozy makes videos about you and others make videos about you. We're sitting back, relaxing, laughing at you, bro, making money, while you're sitting over here, while you're sitting over there losing it in South Korea, losing his mind, losing his money.
If y'all give me the support and the donations and the love, the power chats, the crypto donation, I'm ready, bro. If y'all want chaos, let me be your conduit. Let me be your bastion of the evil. If you want to see anarchy, if you're an anarchist and you want somebody that is going to crash out with no remorse, with no sense of self-worth, with no sense of self-preservation, I will be your man. I'm building up the Johnny Somali pirates.
I mean, this absolute moron just made it extremely clear to the prosecutor and the judge that if he is not locked up, he will continue to harass civilians and businesses on the street for profit. And if that statement isn't bad enough, apparently he's itching to crash out.
I'm ready to crash out. Do you know how long it's been since I crashed out? I'm itching. I'm itching. And you're not gonna understand. ABZ's here. I could take a train to ABZ in 30 minutes right now.
Yeah, and you just told the world that, so if you try and do that, everybody's gonna know it, and governments are gonna crack down on you. That would actually be the worst decision that you could make. And you, even if you were to get away, you don't think that we're just gonna extradite you? Because the US government will totally extradite you to South Korea if South Korea wants you for stupid charges like this. They'd be like, yeah, this is retarded. Go ahead, take them.
Shut his shit down. And shut that pepper spray and everything right now. I can go shut ABZ down right now.
The only thing he's going to do here is rack up more charges. I mean, this is honestly some David Goggins level commitment to being a full-blown moron. This is exactly why you need to love your kids, so they don't end up dedicating their lives to harassing strangers on the street for profit. But he did go on to talk about why he pleaded guilty.
Why I pled guilty 2 days ago or yesterday? It's because, bro, do you think I want to sit in this country any longer? Bro, if they got you for some, bro, I'm telling you, everything I pled guilty yesterday is like $50 fines, $100 fines. Playing music on a bus, spilling a cup of noodles, carrying a, bro, they're trying to charge me for carrying a dead fish and saying, do you want to eat fish? It's in quotations on the indictment. I have the indictment right here. It says you told someone, do you want to eat fish? In what country is that a charge? But do you think I'm really going to sit there and argue with the judge?
Obviously, in South Korea, that's a charge because, bro, you got charged with it. I don't think this is the worst we're going to see of Johnny Somali. I think right before this next trial, he's probably going to crash out even harder.
Over $100 fine. I'm guilty, so what? I'll pay it. I'm out. It's so stupid. Yeah, they think this is, the police don't joke. I know in Japan they don't have sarcasm, but really in Korea, the police have no sarcasm. The girl told me, why did you say you're part of a criminal organization called FT and CX if you're not a part of it? Why did you say that? And I said, you know what I mean? I said, you gotta ask them. You gotta ask the leaders. They really are onto this. They think it's not a game.
dude, it's hard to understand sarcasm when there's a language barrier and they're not familiar with you. And being sarcastic to someone who has your freedom in their hands, that's definitely not the bright thing to do.
Whenever they showed me on the camera, when they showed me on the, I'm gonna take the headphones on because you're not even reacting yet. When they put the camera on me, like on that paparazzi, like purple walk they do in Japan, the detective was so angry. He's like, "Why did you smile at the cameras? Why did you smile at the cameras?" In Asia, they really don't like this. It's like a saving face thing. Like this is like the worst you can do. Like this, they tweak the out.
So why are you doing this again? When yet again, your freedom is in their hands.
He actually thinks that he's going to get away with all of this stuff. Even if he gets away this time with just a slap on the wrist, is he not going to get worse? I think he'd get worse. And it's going to get worse for him later. I actually, cannot believe this. My mind is blown. I am flabbergasted.
You're also providing the prosecutor and the judge with the information that you're extremely aware and intentional with your actions. But I guess this false sense of security is based on what he found from another case of a woman getting 2 years for obstruction of business for crashing her car into a convenience store.
She drove her car into the convenience store, took a car and crashed into the convenience store and beat up the convenience worker, destroyed the whole store, literally attempted murder, bro. She did this, and she got 2 years. She got 2 years because Korea is a woman in a feminist society. Whatever the feminism buff is, the American passport U.S. citizen buff. What are you talking about? I got the same buff.
Not only are you a U.S. citizen, which, by the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, South Korea actually does not like Americans. They like America, not Americans. And especially, I'm not racist, but they 100% are in South Korea, and he is black. So that does not help his case, because they do not like black people in South Korea.
The same buff as her.
Honestly, I feel like the American part is kind of a debuff in your situation. Also, I would put my money on that she was respectful and remorseful in court, and definitely not showing up late, drunk, and being racist towards the judge and prosecutors. So they are very different cases, and he has multiple charges pending, which stack with each other.
It's like that meme. Nothing ever happens. That's what I'm trying to tell these. Nothing ever happens. I'm telling these to lower their expectations. Yes, you hate me, you don't like me. I don't give a if you like me or not. But don't put this, the karma's gonna get him, some shit's gonna get him, because you're gonna feel left down. You're gonna feel let down, bro.
I guess we'll see how that statement ages. But he had a lot to say about the creator showing up to the trial, but I'll focus on what was about me.
So
even if nothing happens to Johnny Somali and he's just going to keep doing stuff like this, I'm still going to make content. Atozi's still going to make content. We're going to still make more money than he does doing all of this stupid shit that he does. And we're going to be having a good time, and he's going to be spending half of his time in the court systems and dealing with prosecutors and judges.
The thing is, we just got out of the trial. It went absolutely terrible for Johnny because
absolutely terrible. It was a 5-minute long trial. They just said, "What's your name? What's your address? What's your occupation? Come back April 9th. Don't be late next time."
Okay, well, that's simplifying things a little bit too much. It was a little over 10 minutes, and in that short amount of time, you disrespected the judge, the prosecutors, and pled guilty for 3 charges. One of those charges included a felony, and you have more charges coming your way, and seemingly a separate case where you will now be tried as
I had no idea that he pled guilty to a felony. I thought they were all misdemeanors. Which one was the felony?
a repeat offender. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't say that went well for you. But in frustration, he then continues to disrespect the judge.
Essentially, he got in trouble for, number one, wearing the hat.
I didn't get in trouble. I don't speak Korean. Said take the hat off. I don't know what these guys said. Said take the hat off. I don't know what the. Some told me take the hat off. I took it off. He was carrying a water bottle. Is that a like what like, bro? Like they take the most little and try to make it like they told him to take the hat off. Like, well, what? Like, what are you talking about?
The problem isn't that you took the hat off. The problem is that you put it back on and everybody noticed.
Stupid you have to be. I mean, like, what do you mean talking the most little shit? I went there to report exactly what happened within those closed doors. So I'm walking everyone through from start to finish of what happened in that trial. Does it bother me that he had a water bottle? No, not at all. But at the time of this stream, no one knew exactly what happened in that courtroom except for the people that were inside the courtroom. Which is why as soon as the trial was over, I needed to get out of the building so I could go live for you guys. I tried to go live outside the courthouse, but my 4G connection was not good enough. So we then went to the nearby Starbucks and went live.
4 charges against him, but only 3 of them were addressed today.
Okay.
The 4th charge, which he just discovered about, the
How did I just discover about it? I can pull out the paper with the date on it that proves and show it to this camera that I knew about every single charge. They just make up. He didn't know. He didn't know. You didn't know.
Dude, we were there. This is why your next hearing is April 9th, because your lawyer needed time to review the new charge before you entered a plea.
He's been playing his cards in the worst way possible.
What worst way? I didn't do anything.
If he didn't know about the charge, I mean, if he did know about the charge, why did he act like he didn't know in court? Was he lying in court? Was his lawyer lying in court? Because his lawyer can be charged too.
Like, I haven't played any cards. Like, I'm not playing any cards. I'm just waiting for it to be over. But I'm just gonna go. Listen, I'm gonna tell this to these. I'm not locked in Korea. These Koreans are locked in here with me. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. I'm not locked in here. They locked in here with me.
What? What is this dude thinking, man? What? Has he melted his brain with alcohol? Does he have wet brain? Because, dude, he thinks he's got him when they're the ones that got him. He's like that guy from Kung Pao. I said it in the last video. He's like that guy from Kung Pao. I'm bleeding. That makes me the victor. We trained him wrong on purpose as a joke. Somebody trained this guy wrong, and it feels like it's on purpose. This is one of the dumbest people that I have ever seen.
I didn't even, bro, if you think I caused chaos when I was going live, like in October and in September, bro, they haven't seen nothing yet.
Dude literally says what cards, and then he goes ahead and doubles down and playing the worst hand possible. Like, if you are in a trial harassing people in public for profit, and then you go home and announce on your live stream that you're just getting started, what happens to you, man. I mean, you're not giving the judge nor prosecutor any reason to go light on you. It's just not going to help your case at all. I mean, even in the US, that would be a dumb idea, but he's still somehow operating like he's in the US and isn't at the mercy of a foreign court system. But I mean, hey, whatever happens will just likely be jaw-droppingly stupid, and he will just yet again make everything worse for himself.
Ask Randy Bly of Lamb of God what it's like in a foreign court system. They don't play games, man. They'll put you in there even for something that you didn't do, just because you were a part of it. Good luck.
For 5 minutes. A Tozy flew from America. Imagine, bro, the flight was 12 hours to sit down for 5 minutes. 600 times the time. You flew 12, 15 hours for that?
And he got 1 million views on it, and there's no telling how much money he made off of the video. So Atozy won on this one. And it also gave him some respect points for the internet. Even if he wasn't going to make any money off of this, he gained more respect than he already had.
That's his clothing. Yeah, my God, his suit was too big. He was smiling, and then he stopped smiling. This is journalism?
Yeah, you show up and report what happened. That's journalism. And I will be honest, if this trial was in a place that wasn't on my bucket list, I probably wouldn't have gone. But this just gave me a wonderful excuse to go explore Seoul for a couple days. So, I mean, I can't complain at all because I had a great time and some of the best food of my life. Dude, I ate at a Michelin star restaurant and I paid for it both myself and my editor. And what we got was 2 bowls of hand-cut noodles and this like beef broth with beef, and then 2 orders of mandu, which I think are like, it's like Korean dumplings essentially. And it was all for like $34. Hands down, top 3 noodle places I've had in my life. And then on top of that, like the people there are just amazing. I don't understand why someone like him would just show up and disrespect them for profit. Either way, life is...
I understand, because he's making money. It's for money. And he's evil. I actually think he's stupid and evil. And I hope that he gets everything that's coming to him for all of this that he's saying and doing. Man, I'm so ready. I'm so here for it. Even if nothing happens this time, something's going to happen next time. Or if it doesn't happen next time, it'll happen the time after that. and it's just gonna all add up.
Is good, and I'm just happy I got a reason to go visit South Korea.
Okay, so we have the 2 misdemeanors, which number 1, it was for the fish.
Minor Crimes Act.
The Minor Crimes Act, which are essentially
Minor Crimes Act, misdemeanor. So why don't you tell everybody the max fine is $50, $100 for that? Why don't they tell me? They don't want to tell me the truth. Yeah, about 2 minor crimes. That's $100, $150 for 2.
I thought he said that the max fine was $50. How does that add up to $150? I guess he's talking about the 3 charges, but one of them's a felony, so I don't think that's going to be $50.
It's like $70 each.
$70 each, huh? I thought it was max 50. I don't think dude even knows. I don't think he knows the water that he's in.
Why did they tell us the truth?
Okay. Then once you stack those misdemeanors with the felonies and the amount of time that he's stuck in Korea waiting for his trial, and suddenly he's there for a long time. He's sitting there laughing, but he's the only one here who's being held against his will in Korea.
You have to have some kind of weirdness in your brain. I'm a fly.
Yeah, Atozi actually won in this instance so hard because not only did he get to have a vacation, a free vacation, because he made a video about it, about this whole dumb situation with Johnny Somali, he got a whole bunch of food basically for free because of the money that he's making off the video. And he got to go to one of his dream places. I'd love to go to South Korea and also get paid to go.
7,000 miles across the world to watch a 5-minute hearing. They said, what's your name? What's your address? What's your occupation? Okay, bye-bye. See you April 9th. Minor tickets, fines. I don't know what these guys going to be an O.J. Simpson trial.
The dude is just so mad that people showed up and told the world how cooked he seems to be. Like, the only good thing he has going for himself here is at least he's stuck in an awesome country. But a Korean lawyer did also come out and share his opinion that a slap on the wrist is not really in the cards for Johnny here either. So Johnny, he can just spin it however he wants, but the fact of the matter is he could not return to the US right now, no matter how much he wants to.
You're the one who's gonna look so dumb when I don't get any jail time or anything. Like bro, I'm gonna laugh like a villain. Look, I did go there and recognize all the charges. I said I was guilty. I did say all this because I think it's just gonna be a fine. What the? I'm just gonna pay it and leave, bro. Like you can't go to jail for this. You can't. Like.
Meanwhile, he's saying all this and he's still, in quotes, working. He's streaming, he's making money, and he's not supposed to be doing that inside Korea while he's on trial as a foreigner. So we're gonna see if that becomes a new charge. It probably will. And that'll probably be when we stop seeing him doing these stupid live streams that are just making everything worse for himself.
You literally cried.
I mean, again, I wouldn't really say that's a good strategy for his trial, but it's not like anything he's done has been a good strategy for his trial. So it's not like too much has changed here. So I guess with some time, we'll find out what actually happens. But if you want to see the full coverage of the trial, you can watch this video right here. And I'll be dropping a vlog of my journey in Korea for the members only here on the channel as well in the next couple of days. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Man, Johnny Somali is so cooked. I don't even know what to say. I'm just gonna... I don't know. I'm just gonna end the video here. Like and subscribe.